Good morning. So, situation update. Had a good sleep. I didn't have to wake up from water. Water coming in over me. That was good. Raw smack talk coming up. So, after 4 days of being anxious, and I've got up to 60 knot gust winds coming, I've finally stopped the leaking to the point that it's like a few drips a minute. So I decided to sail back to the mainland Tassie. It was forecast for 15, even up to 30 knot gusts, west and northwest, westerlies. And I'm just, there's the island I'm at, so it's Cape Barren. There's Flinders right at the end. Cape Barren, Clark Island. Been there for 4 days with all this, with the leaking situation, which I've blocked. Now I'm 30k out from the mainland and 15k out from the islands. Where's the wind? Where's the wind? So I've arrived back in mainland Tassie, and I'm just wandering around trying to find some reception so I can organise some parts for my boat and fix it and check the forecast, because I'm still just running on sails, but I found a pretty good spot. So I'm in a cooked situation again. I got the boat grounded. Tried to anchor in some good sand because I was anchored in weed. Came too close, and then it was on low tide, and the tide came in and I tried to just kedge it for a bit, and I pulled the anchor and then I got slammed to the shore. That's where I am now. So I don't know how we're going to get out of this one. Mega. I might go for a wander to one of these farms and ask if I can borrow a shovel. Here we are. The day 54, waiting for the king tide to come and be able to put that boat in. Got a little washing line going. Stranded in the middle of the Pacific, no reception, no one around. Living off wild berries and yams. So, the tide's coming in, still got about 4 hours until high. Just been digging the low side of the boat. Day 2, being grounded on the remote island in the Pacific. So yesterday someone called the police about the boat stuck on the beach, and they were in the area. Their home base was near where I've left my car, so I asked them for a lift. So I have a vehicle so I can go into town and get reception and parts, and then I've got this exceptional tool to borrow from the general store. So day 4, grounded on the beach. I went for a drive to the closest bay, trying to find a fisherman or something that can tow me back in. Doesn't look like that's going to happen. So I can go to another bay and ask some people. But it's pretty likely on their tow now. Here we are, day 5, and the boat was upright as before, and I've been winching it. I've made a bit of ground. I've pulled the stern around, so I'm looking a lot more hopeful to be able to get this out, even just on my own, without even getting a tow. Just the tides have been so low, but now we have a few bigger morning tides. I'm a lot more hopeful. Yeah. They're still on day 5. I've just taken the anchors out. You can probably see the end of that green, the aqua, turquoise, where I've dropped the anchor. That's just in the sand. And I've added, so I combined my anchors, so it's now basically 45 meters of chain, and the other anchors on about the midway of the chain, and then I've added a third anchor to the front, this boat side of the chain, and I'm hoping that's enough to keep the anchor bedded. And I've sort of rigged up a strap that runs around the bow of the boat and under, so it'll kind of pull the boat out and around, and also keep a nice low point where I'm winching. So if I'm winching too high, it's going to pull the anchor up, but I should better get a lot more torque how it is. And the other jobs I've done is where the dripless seal, the rotor isn't attached by the grub screws that have rusted. I've put a bit of tension on that, about an inch, 3/4 of an inch, and then I've degreased it and cleaned the shaft, and then I've JB welded that rotor on. There she is, back out in the water. I was up at 4 AM with about an hour and a half off high tide. Winching this, I had that branch hanging off the mast with 40 litres of water. Finally got it, so this is the 6th day I've been here. And I can't mess around, gotta get out of here. Like this all coming. So I've got the boat out, it's been grounded. Now I'm arriving to Billabong Bay. Just up ahead there. One of the moorings.